have a Facebook account? Okay. Good. That's great.
Who was the other? We couldn't see that.
The young one.
Abby.
I am kind of new to it myself. I'm still in my learning mode. However, my genesis of getting onto Facebook is I have a very, very close friend who lives in Kodiak, Alaska. And she has 2 teenage boys. And she said, all moms need to see what boys are doing on Facebook. So I got a Facebook account. The boys have to be my friends so I can get on their account. She said, now you have to get on and be my friend. And so I did, and it's kind of addictive, I got to tell you. Facebook is one of many, or several actually, social networks. And perhaps you've heard more horror stories about social networks than you have heard good stories about social networks. You've heard in the news about all the young folk that are getting on here and they're meeting unsavory folk and hooking up with them and having conversations and getting into all kinds of meeting them then at another time and harm coming and all those kinds of things. And I know that's true. However, I have to say to you, to communicate with me on Facebook, you have to get on and you have to ask if I want to be your friend. And what happens is, I think, in my mind, this is what's kind of played out, is the younger folks, anybody that sends them a request to be their friend, they say, yeah, I'll be your friend. I mean, if you ask me, will you be my friend? Well, sure, I'll be your friend. And so, if I get a request, if I don't know the person, I'm like, I don't think I'll say yes, I'll be your friend. I don't know who you are. Or I can't tell who you are. Those kinds of things. So I have to say then I'm selective about my friends. When I get a message that says, will you be my friend, I have to know the person before I say yes. Is that your experience? Yeah. And I think as we get a little more maturity on us, we see those dangers and say, oh no, I need to be a little more selective about my friends. So I have done that, and now I'm on to this, and then found all the games you can play on there against each other and all the things you can say. And I've discovered old friends that I have not been in touch with for years and years and years. Just the day before yesterday, I found a high school friend. I was actually in her wedding, and I have not seen her for over 20 years.
But how did you find it?
I'm going to show you how to do that.
But did you just wildly scroll, or did you have the
No.
name in mind?
It has a way on there that, from my information, it looks for people who was in my high school graduating class that were on Facebook. And I clicked on that, and it showed me all the ones that were on from my high school graduating class, and I sent a friend's request. And she bopped right back and said, yeah, I'll be your friend. We've not seen or talked with one another for over 20 years. On the other hand, my friend from Alaska, we can communicate real time, immediately, all day long as we're both on, if we want to. We send pictures back and forth to one another. You can put videos. Let me just show you about it. This is the opening welcome screen. You do have to sign up for an account. And you see here on the right-hand side, the box here, and I'll kind of circle. This is where you begin the process to sign up for a Facebook account. And I've already gone through that. It's very painless. It's very easy. You sign up for your account, and then every time you come back to this page and you sign into your account. You have your email address, and then you have a password that you give yourself. Yes?
Is there any charge?
There is no charge. It's all free. Okay? Maybe the other social utility that you've heard a lot about is MySpace. That's kind of its comparable network. I happen to use Facebook more than MySpace. However, my nephew is on MySpace. So when I want to talk with him, I go to his MySpace account. Okay, I just put in my email address and my password, and I log in. And the first screen that it takes me to is kind of a welcome screen that updates me with recent activity or news from It doesn't list folks that aren't my friends. So you see going down the left-hand side, you see a person named Sherry Steiner Martin, and she's been into her account, and this is something that she did in her account. All right, so it just kind of updates me a little bit about how my friends have been on and what they have been doing. Then up here, I have, this is my picture account. I'm going to make this bigger in just a minute. And then I have different things that I can do. Update my status, add photos, add video, share a link, and a white note. Let me just go to my specific profile. They've just, actually yesterday, revamped the site. So I'm going to be a little clunky here because this actually just happened last night. They put up their new interface. So it looks different this morning than it did yesterday morning when I was doing it. This is my home page, my used to be called profile. It's not even calling it a profile anymore. But you see here some information about me, beginning with a photo. I know that's kind of hard for you to see. You can change your photo as often as you like. You can put in other photos. This just happens to be a photo from graduation time, and I got to wear my new academic regalia for the first time. And
I should have introduced her as Dr. Janet.
Well, because I got to wear my stuff for the first time. The middle person is the children's author, Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. And she received an honorary doctorate, and then that was a colleague on the far right of mine. So she was visiting with us on campus that day and took a picture. So here's the opening page. Now, probably then going down the left-hand column, let's start there and just orient ourselves a little bit. And you see that there are things called networks. And these are areas where other